All right, welcome to part 3. If you did not pick up parts 1 and 2 for the OCP add-on, you're definitely going to need that. Now, we covered the overview in part 1. We covered the auto scan feature in part 2. Now we're going to look at the OCP section, which gives you individual controls for proxies. So go ahead and find the highest face count, and I do have this set to 0 still. So actually, I'll put that to 501 from the previous tutorial. There we go. So now we've got 3 proxies here. I'll just go ahead and close up the auto scan, and I'll just show you guys from this point. You can delete the active proxy, which is this one. You can delete all proxies, and the button won't show unless you have that criteria met. So now we have a face count here, and it matches up here. The same selected logic here works down here. So everything is the same. This is just different if checks and algorithms to cause certain things to happen. Now, if we have all of this selected, you could technically put this down to 0 and just OCP everything. And then everything, including the background here, got a proxy. Okay, so that's just the OCP everything in your scene, and all materials transfer over just like before. And you can delete all these. I could just work with selected logic as well. So if I just have these selected and they match the criteria, boom, I'm going to OCP those selected. So you have complete control. You're to come in here and right click on a collection and select the objects in the collection. You could then OCP all of those and control it that way too. So there's quite a few different ways to do this. Now, as it goes, we have a few different sections here. I will go into the add-on preferences area. Make sure everything is ticked on, so that way you have all of your controls showing. And once you've done that, you'll have 3 areas here. You'll have the OCP area, okay? Then you'll have the active proxy controls. This is for an active object, single object. And then you'll have the control all proxies at one time. You could turn a proxy on or off right here. It's going to work with that active object. You can switch this from bounding box to convex hull. You can do a solid mesh or a wireframe. So if you want this to be a wireframe, you can do that. Don't forget to turn that back to solid mesh. You can have the custom object here. Go turn a proxy back on. You turn the custom object on or off. And if you do use the auto scan, it's going to automatically turn that on for you, and you'll be able to switch these proxies individually. Don't forget you have the ability to do that. Then, of course, you have a decimate, which will conceptually reduce the face count just a little bit, but it's more of, hey, if I have something very complex, I can definitely decimate that a little bit. It's actually a merge by distance node that is in the geometry node setup. Then I can scale this object up or down if I can't really see it well. Then I have the auto smooth, which is a geonode setup. You can turn this on before you render and it'll do an auto smooth. You can ignore sharpness or not. And that covers all of the individual proxy controls. Now we'll look at global proxies. So we've got a couple proxies here, and I'll just have to have one of them selected at least. Blender works with active object controls, otherwise you get errors and crashes. So I can scale all of these at one time. I can turn them all on or off right here. I go from bounding box to convex unless this is set to custom object. So then you'll have to switch it off and do this. Okay, very easy. Then if you want, you can have a custom object for everything. So this is where it comes in, and you have an object that you've just modeled. It's going to be better than anything that I have in here potentially. So let's just throw in a cylinder. And I will then grab here, knock that out, and just go ahead and click this. And now everything that has a proxy has a cylinder on it. And then we could choose to use that or not. And then you can decimate all. And that is basic functionality of the entire add-on. Now, I will cover one more thing. You have a render switch. I want to remind everybody of this. That's a specific add-on that I also have for purchase on Blender Market, but I've incorporated a version of it in here to kind of work behind the scenes, and you'll see it right here above the modifier panel. You have the option to switch it to a solid mode during render, which will prevent crashes. You can save before render, switch to GPU, or switch to cycles. So anytime you do render anything, and I'm just going to delete all these proxies, do my auto scan, and I want to add this. Okay, and we are actually selecting everything at this point because the face count was 0, so just everything has a proxy. And if I go ahead and render, this is going to kind of flip the screen for us. So it'll lock it, and it'll show you, hey, yeah, we saved this file for you. And it happens very fast. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. But the viewport will kind of lock up for a second. Yep, there it goes. So now you're going to see, and that's actually the proxy. So it's hard to see. But now you have your scene as rendered right here. And none of the proxies are showing up. And that is by design. There will be more upgrades added to this. I do take suggestions. If you want to message me and you like something or don't like something, let me know. And I will do my best to meet your needs. I do have a collaboration team. I have a Discord. I have a Patreon, a YouTube, obviously, since you're going to be watching this YouTube, most likely from YouTube, and a number of different things to communicate with you guys. If you want, you can go and you can give this a nice rating. Give it a 5-star. Like, as always, give the dev a chance to make any problems go away. So if you have a complaint or a suggestion and it's not doing what you want, before you give it a less than 5-star review, go ahead and hit me up, and I will make waves to make the add-on perfect for you as best as possible. So this is the studio version, comes with the auto scan. V4 does not, and the free version does not. The free version, it just comes with a small section, and then V4 just comes with this. And you'll have the option to do all the selected logic like I just showed you. And then, of course, studio version comes with everything. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.